After more than 2 years, a South Carolina mayor and council member are admitting they violated the state's Ethics Act. On their first day in office, the men voted to shut down McBee's water department and hand the town's water system over to a private water company they both profit from. Our chief investigative reporter Jody Barr investigated this relationship for 2 years.
These are the notice of hearings for Glenn Odom and James Linton. Count 1, failure to recuse from a governmental decision in which a business with which associated had economic interest.
Gregory Rogers filed the ethics complaint against McBee Mayor Glenn Odom and McBee Councilman James Linton more than 2 years ago. He admits he didn't think anything would happen.
So that letter from the Ethics Commission is confirmation that they opened an investigation at that point.
That's correct.
What did you think when you got that letter?
It was satisfying to see somebody's actually going to address some of the issues that's going on here in McBee over the years with Glenn Odom and Alligator Water and the conflict that it has for the town itself, using Alligator Water instead of using the town of McBee Water. And again, when you switch over, that's supposed to be decided by the citizens of McBee, not one agent of Alligator Water.
In February 2023, as soon as Odom, Linton, and the new councilman, Robbie Lyles, took office, the town's water operator resigned.
I don't have any idea what's in it, and I'm not putting it in somebody's drinking water, not knowing that.
That same day,
This is your chlorine.
an Alligator water worker inspected the water treatment chemicals at the town's well houses.
Councilman Lyles, he's over the water system. I've also got Willie Watkins. He's field superintendent for Alligator. He's licensed in water treatment, water distribution, and he was involved in making a decision not to use these chemicals, and we'll explain to you why.
Odom told ethics investigators he called the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control, the state's water utility regulator, about the town's chemicals, that they were unsafe to use. Odom told ethics DHEC agreed with him. The mayor used that to justify what he and the town would do next. The next day, the mayor called an emergency council meeting. Odom has since argued the town's water system posed a public health emergency. The mayor and Linton, who both earned money from Alligator Water through a management contract, participated in a closed-door meeting about shutting down the town's water system and who would run it. When the private meeting ended, Odom, Linton, and the rest of council all voted to hand the town's water system over to Alligator Rural Water and Sewer.
It says the State Ethics Commission has received a complaint filed by you against Glenn Odom. The complaint contains facts sufficient to warrant an investigation. That was for Glenn Odom. We had the same thing with James Linton.
The State Ethics Commission not only found Odom and Linton should be investigated, the commission handed down 2 ethics charges against Mayor Odom and Vice Mayor Linton. The charges: they illegally participated in the discussion of and voted on a matter involving Alligator, where both have an economic interest. We interviewed the mayor about this in 2023 as part of our Unreal Deal investigation.
Odom and Associates cuts me a check for $10,000 a month.
And you're saying that $10,000 a month would not be defined as a financial benefit if you were to vote on an issue that benefited Alligator, thus benefiting Odom and Associates?
It does not change. It doesn't go up or it does not go down, especially when it's a loss to Alligator to sell the town of McBee Water.
What is the contract worth between Odom and Associates and Alligator?
I really don't know. I talked with the CPA today and asked her to give me what the net, after everything's taken out, what Odom makes.
And you don't know?
No.
Alligator Water is a private water company where Glenn Odom works as a consultant through his own company, Odom and Associates. Odom runs Alligator's daily operations, earning $120,000 a year from Odom and Associates. James Linton also earns a paycheck from Odom and Associates and also voted with Odom. But Alligator's tax filings show Alligator Water pays Odom and Associates far more than those 2 salaries to run the water company. A decade ago, Alligator's 2015 tax filing shows it paid Odom's company more than $1.1 million under a management contract. In Alligator's 2022 filing, the latest one we could find, the utility reported paying Odom's company a little more than $1 million under the contract. But Odom and Linton told ethics investigators the new town water contract did not increase either of their salaries when they voted to hand the town's water system over to Alligator Water.
Because it was an emergency situation that had to do with the health of the people and the health of the kids at two schools. So I made the decision that I would vote to do the right thing.
The state health department inspection from 2022 filed 5 months before Odom voted to shut down the town's water department shows an overall rating of needs improvement. The 2021 and 2022 annual water quality reports show McBee's system had no health-based violations for either of the final 2 years the town operated its own water system. It took the Ethics Commission 2 years to investigate these violations and to settle the cases against Mayor Glenn Odom and Councilman James Linton. The commission told me in a call this morning it has not received the fine payments from either man yet. They have 6 months to pay their $2,300 fines, and if they do not pay by October 16th, the fines jump back to the maximum penalty of $4,300.